"Sir, you'll need to open that case." The voice cut sharply through the terminal's steady hum, turning heads toward the security checkpoint. A tall man in crisp military dress blues stood frozen, clutching a long, flawless case. His expression didn't shift, but his grip tightened like he was holding on to something much heavier than it looked. The TSA agent's eyes narrowed, pointing again. "Open it, or you don't board." That's when the silence started to ripple. A few passengers nearby slowed their movements, sensing something deeper at play. Still, the soldier didn't move. He finally spoke, calm and low, but with an edge of steel. "I can't." The words weren't stubborn, they were sacred. "That flag belongs to a fallen soldier's family. It's sealed and folded, as it was laid on his casket. I was ordered to deliver it, unopened." The agent frowned, flipping through a manual. He didn't look up. "We're just following policy. It has to be scanned." The soldier didn't flinch. "This isn't a box, it's a legacy. That flag covered a hero who didn't make it back. He saved lives, including mine." He paused, voice catching. Breaking that seal would break the promise I made to his mother. Behind him, the line stalled. Some were annoyed, others curious. The soldier reached slowly into a pocket on his chest, pulling out a small photo. Two men in camouflage, arms around each other, dirt on their faces and wide grins on their lips. "That's David, Corporal David Riley. He took the blast that should have taken me." His voice faltered, then steadied. "They found pieces. Not all of him, but they found enough to bring him home. His mum asked me to carry this flag personally, because I never left him behind, not in life, not now." The TSA agent stopped flipping pages. He stared at the case, then at the photo. Slowly the reality dawned. This wasn't about rules anymore. This was about reverence. The soldier added, almost in a whisper, "I am a tomb guard. I stand over the graves of men who were never identified. I know what it means to carry silence." The agent exhaled, the rigidity in his stance melting into something else. Understanding. He stepped back, nodded once, no words needed. The soldier nodded back, lifted the case as if it held a heartbeat, and continued through the checkpoint. The terminal never went back to normal. People moved slower, talked softer. Something sacred had passed among them. Later, at Gate 42, the soldier sat with the flag case resting on his lap, his gloved hands folded over it like it was a sleeping child. A little boy approached, eyes wide. "Mister, is that for a hero?" The soldier looked down, smiled faintly, and answered, "The bravest one I ever knew." The boy saluted. The soldier returned it. And just like that, applause began. Gentle at first, then rising like a wave across the gate. It wasn't loud, it wasn't theatrical. It was reverent, solemn, like a last tribute at a funeral. He stood, bowed his head, and whispered a prayer, not for himself but for David, and all the others who never came home. And he remembered who he used to be, a restless kid from Kentucky with no direction. The military gave him purpose. Arlington gave him peace. He became a tomb guard after watching a changing of the guard ceremony and realizing silence could speak louder than anything. Every shift, every polished step, every motion timed to the second, it all meant something. It taught him to carry grief with honor. And now he was carrying it again. He boarded the plane not as a passenger, but as a messenger of something sacred. He wasn't just protecting a flag, he was protecting a promise. One he intended to keep, no matter how many lines he had to stand in or how many eyes questioned him. Because some things should never be unpacked. Some things should never be touched, not because of what's inside, but because of who it's for. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? So, in a world obsessed with rules, speed, and convenience, there are still things too sacred for scanners, and sometimes the quietest man in the room is carrying the loudest story. If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button and drop a comment below.